Here is a step-by-step tutorial for the free tank top sewing pattern. First, cut out your pattern pieces. This is a very simple pattern with the front and back being exactly the same. The next thing you want to do is cut out the binding, which is cut on the bias. This is used for the neckline and the armholes. The reason why it's cut on the bias or 45 degrees is because this allows for a little bit of stretch, which makes it really nice for sewing along the curved edges of the armhole and the neckline. Okay, once you've got your pattern pieces cut out, head on over to your sewing machine. You're going to sew up the side seams and the shoulder seams. Here I'm using my industrial serger, but if you're using a domestic, I would just do a straight stitch and then a little zigzag alongside it to stop the edges from fraying. Once you finish sewing, head on over to your iron and press the seams. Next, you're going to press the bottom hem. So the bottom hem is a double rolled hem, meaning it is folded over twice for a nice clean finish. So you want to press it once, about 1/2 inch, and then a second time around the same measurement. After pressing, you're going to put pins all along the bottom hem. Once you've pinned the entire bottom hem, just head on over to your sewing machine and do a straight stitch all the way across. Try to get as close to the edge as possible. Okay, the next step is to attach the binding to the armholes and neckline. It's the same process for all of the openings, so I'll just show you once. At this point, your top is turned right side out and you're going to be pinning the binding on the outside of the shirt. I like to start pinning at the armpit and go all the way around so that it joins back to the armpit. You're going to straight stitch everything you just pinned, and I would just start sewing about 1/2 inch after the armpit seam. This will make it easier to join the two ends together. Next, you're going to sew the two ends of the binding shut, and then you just need to do a straight stitch over that part because there's a little hole underneath. So that is done, and just flip it over and check to make sure it looks good. Next, you're going to press it all down and to get it ready for the next step, which is going to be to fold it under and pin it again. So as you can see, I'm folding it once and then twice and then pinning. So just keep folding and pinning all the way around, and then you're ready to sew it up. Next, you're ready to stitch down the binding, so go all the way around. I'm busted here because I'm actually not using pins. I never do, but I thought it would be nice to show pins because I think when you're a beginner, it's the best way to make sure everything is nice and straight. So basically you'll be doing this technique 3 times, twice for the arm openings and once for the neckline. Oh, and a little tip about attaching the binding for this particular technique. It's really important to not stretch the binding as you're sewing it. And voila, you've got really nice clean finishes. The next step is just to iron it all down. So that's it. You've made a tank top. I hope you found this video insightful, and you can message me if you have any questions about anything. But yeah, you can make this using any woven fabric, and I do sell this fabric in my shop. You can take a look. And thank you for watching.